My name is Kehinde, and I was in charge of producing contents for iBrandTV.
My name is William Suselsina, and I am the producer of Ojude Oba 2025 Festival for iBrandTV.
Hello, my name is Omlara Dibayo, and I am Juicy Media Chick. I was the presenter representing iBrand Television on the day of Ojude Oba.
My name is Reme. I was one of the content creators at the just concluded Ojude Oba 2025 for iBrandTV.
Temitope is the name. I was the drone pilot for Ojude Oba 2025 for iBrandTV.
Hello, my name is Jude Ariguzo. They call me Jude Blaze. I was the director of photography for Ojude Oba 2025.
Ojude Oba was amazing. It was terrific. I had fun, yes, and we get to meet a lot of people. We networked, connected. My old friends were there, and also my colleagues too. They were all ready to get into the old fun and exciting atmosphere. Like I said, it was palpable. The galore, the outfit, the makeup, the appearance, the terrific designs, colors. Yes, they were quite intentional about the color, and I must give it to them. Like, it was colorful, and I was like, okay, I was going to really be mad at myself if I didn't make it to Ojude Oba 2025. I was really going to be mad because I'm a very good fan of color, different fabrics. Yes, Asho K2 didn't come second. It was like the very germane fabric that was selected for the occasion. So yes, color. I love color. I love the clothes, the jewelries, the old fanciful airs, the gele. Oh my God, it was terrific.
Ojude Oba 2025 Festival was a very, very amazing experience for me. I mean, there was a lot of things going on, but the first thing that I find very interesting was when I got there, I saw the red carpet and it was very, very bright, and it felt like a dream come true for me because I've never ever been there before. And the first time I got there, I felt like this was a dream come true for me. And then the ambience was very, very nice. It was beautiful, the chairs and everything was well arranged. Then I saw different brands and everything was just really cool for me.
Ojude Oba 2025, it was a mix of different things. There's the good, the bad and the ugly. The good was the colors, the people, the interactions, connections we made at Ojude Oba 2025. The bad was the heat, the stress. The ugly, don't get me started. It was the crowd, the stampede, the theft. The list is endless, but I'm just going to stop there.
The festival was an interesting one for me. It was my first time at the Ojude Oba Festival, and I saw quite some interesting parts of what they were doing. One is the ability of the people to put Nigeria on the global map when it comes to tourism about culture. If you sit there and watch what was happening, you will just see culture in place. Basically, what they came to do was just to pay homage to the king, but they turned it to something big, and it was quite interesting. The tomato rug was something else. In fact, the first time I walked in, I felt like lying on it. It was so beautiful.
It choked me. Me, I know if you following and talk all this big English. Wait till they see from that far, from that sky. Be like I said, I see people like ants, like very small, because crowd too much, crowd choke. You know, if you see place pass. If you come too low, calamity, everything feels scatter. So we need to come high to be able to see everywhere, to see the beauty and every other thing that's going on.
First off, I was very excited, when I found that I'm going to be one of the DOPs that will be covering the event. I was so excited. Why? Because 2024, I saw the viral videos that came out from the event, and I saw lots of content creators coming up with different styles, different creativity about the festival. I was so much impressed that I wanted to be part of 2025, and guess what? iBrandTV brought me on board. So getting to the festival ground, I was, impressed by the decoration, because one thing about cinematography is colors. You understand? It brings out the beauty in your picture. So I was so impressed by the decoration. I also was also impressed by the whole atmosphere. First of all, I was scared, because we got there on Friday, and Friday it was raining. On Saturday it was also raining. I was like, God, will you also rain on Sunday? Because we cinematographers, we are not always very good with rain. It affects our job and it makes everywhere messy. So you also be thinking of protecting your camera and also trying to capture shots. So, but thank God, I don't know how they did it, but thank God it was all sunny. So one of the things I enjoyed so much is that we all cooperated. Why? Because we all came for a particular purpose, to pick out content. So now, the first time, one of the challenges we had first was that the sun was not in our favor, because coming from one direction. So later on, we all had a way of convincing everybody to, come from the right direction that will favor us. Yes, and they all cooperated. And most times, festivals like this, sometimes people say, please don't take me videos, please don't take me this. But one thing about this Ojude Oba Festival is that everybody knows the reason why we are there, and they are all ready for us. In short, they all cooperated. If you ask them to take their glasses down, they'll do it for you, because they know that this is what makes Ojude Oba beautiful and stands out. So that was one of the things I enjoyed so much. Then the colors, we had a lot of people coming up with different fashion styles and stuff like that. So we had people displaying their culture, and they all cooperated with us to give them the best coverage ever.
Initially, when we got there, it was good. I was able to get like a few contents here and there, but as said, going by, I think from 12 thereabouts, the crowd was magnanimous. The crowd was magnanimous. There were so many people. They were like, anyways, there were a lot of people, and then moving was like very, very difficult, because you had to maneuver. If you drop something in that crowd, just move forward. Don't even stop it. Just be going like that. Just be going like that. That's how bad it was.
So as a presenter, I think they need to do more on the coordination of media mobilization. That is, they need to facilitate other ways, distinctive ways, of course, something that would further help bring people together, media personalities together, and ensure that it is subtle, it is very organized, everything is on point. Like, I've been to event, I tell you, but this was like 0 over 100.
When it comes to organizing, I think they still need to learn some things. If you look at the beginning of the event and at the end, you will understand that some basic things were lacking. One of them is hygiene. You can't find a waste bin, no place to dump your water, can, bottle. And then, getting into that place initially was a difficult thing entirely. In short, somebody hit me with baseball bats on my bum because the previous night we couldn't wait till 11 p.m. to get media pass. We had to go home. After waiting for so long, it was in the morning when we came that they said they gave media pass in the middle of the night.
I feel like the planning was not done well. Like, everything was just rough, the crowd was too much, everything was choked up, it was jam-packed. There was no space, even on the red carpet. If you are standing on the red carpet, you cannot move 2 meters away. There is always someone that is going to be in your front. And the horses were everywhere. I mean, if you are not careful, the horse can trample on you, and there are a lot of things going on. Even people losing their properties. I mean, when we were coming out from the pavilion, there were a lot of people outside, and people were pushing each other. And even there were a lot of phones that got stolen, a lot of slippers and palms and everything. It was just crazy. I don't know how to put the words together. I mean, it was crazy.
Funny thing, when we got there in the morning, I think from around past 6 here, the way the security men were just saying, if you don't have your pass, don't come in, don't come in. You would think that they will follow it through to the end, though. But unfortunately, I think towards that 1 o'clock time, they opened the gate for everybody to come in. You will see people hawking things. You will see people begging. You will see children newborn babies, they were literally coming in. I'm like, why are you guys bringing your kids to this place? Don't you people have decorum? Don't you have like crowd training? You didn't think that they would follow you through to the end, but then they didn't. So like that part would like really pissed me off, and I would hope next in the incoming years they would do better on that. They will stand by the security. If they say this is how it is, that's how it should be till the end. Don't let people come in because of one thing or the other.
The mobilization, the preparation, coordination was crying for help. Crowd control was zero, yes, because I was thinking when I was leaving, when all this planning started, I thought it was going to be kind of more of exquisite gathering, you know, people of caliber, of course they were there, but there will be the relegation of, you know, people that ought to be there and not ought to be there. Why would you be hawking where the governor made an appearance? Why would you be hawking where, you know, there are important people there? Why would you allow hawking? I mean, there are different things for different events, different activities for different, but Ojude Oba was definitely not supposed to accommodate hawking or other options. So I feel that crowd control, yes. Security, they had security, but it wasn't coordinated.
All right, so the thing that didn't actually work well was, so despite the fact that we all cooperated to create content out of that crowded environment, there was a lot of pushing, a lot of struggling to get footages as well, not even only from the content creators, even from people that is passing as well, because we saw some people that is not even content creators just standing, because people came to view the event, to view the festival, and they were just covering us and stuff like that. Earlier on, we had people chasing, a woman chasing the media guys out of the place. So I think they should actually organize it properly. One of the things that everything for us is content. Because, madam, let me just talk to you now that I had the privilege to talk to you. Maybe, but I was not among those victims that you actually chased out, though, because level past level. No, I was just joking. So, one of the things you should notice that everything you're doing, ma, is a content. Chasing us out, you're a content. You understand? It will be very bad that will show you, on different platforms, embarrassing people. So why don't you actually make a very good protocol or good rules and regulations that we can actually abide to, because media, we know very well that we need to abide to rules and regulations. That was why we're looking for the media pass earlier on, because we need to avoid some embarrassing issues as well. So that is one. So please, ma, put things in order so that we'll not, use you as content as well, a very bad light.
It was difficult for us to get in. I managed to get in with my ID card. One woman from nowhere just came and said, "Who are you? Get out, get out, get out." Well, you guys your pass. I said I have my ID card. I'm a media person. I had my camera on me. He said, no, that does not guarantee you being in here. Push him out. So they used a baton on me, a baseball baton, the guys at the gate. And it was a wrong treatment though. But to get in again, I had to disguise. I joined a group of people who came to do food vendor for Rights Food. I had to join them, just entered the line and formed. I was their photographer, and I was gisting with them, like we all came together, and I entered. And then when I got in, it was still scanty in the beginning, because I felt, okay, good. If the security men at the gate can stop people from crowding this place, this Ojude Oba Festival will be a very interesting one. Unfortunately, later on, they opened the gate and everybody packed in. I saw children of 3-4 years. What this child will remember about this 2025 Ojude Oba Festival is what I don't know. But the parents found a way to bring them there. Ojude Oba is an interesting idea. Although I noticed that the Awujale, it didn't come. And I think that was a very good idea, not to bring Awujale to that ground. Awujale should be about 90-something years. It's old. And if you bring an old man to where that crowd is, you never can tell what will happen. And I think they did well not to have brought him there, and they still achieved what they wanted to do. But for next year, if they want Ojude Oba to be bigger than it is and better than it is, they need to consider security, they need to consider people's health, they need to consider the venue to make sure that it is big enough and able to contain people.
Even at some point here, some makeup, like they were already like shifting to one side, which is some like it was, I'm sorry for laughing, but it was crazy. The sun was, I feel like the sun was, it was brought there on purpose. I'm not gonna say what we are all thinking here, but the sun was brought there on purpose anyways. It was too much anyways, but it was okay. It was not that bad, it was okay.
Can I take a deep breath? I need to inhale and exhale on this, because the moment I got to the exit point, I thought, okay, I was out. Immediately, I got this tumbling turnabout at the gate. Like, no, you're not supposed to be here. Your place is at the back. I'm like, Groo! I didn't know when I got to the back. And then we started going further, going backward. It was like we were roving around circle. It was too much. The people on the horses were not considerate. As a matter of fact, I am upset right now, because tell me why you are on the horses and you're not being considerate of people that are walking. Your guards or whoever is in charge of your horses were just putting pressure on people. There was stampede.
And then there were other issues, the fire issue. Some persons got burnt. We had to take them out. I was even thinking that the moment we come out, we will find an ambulance. I was one of the people guiding these people to make sure that people don't, because we can't carry them. They had burns all over their body, their hand. If you touch them, the skin will peel off. So we said, okay, you have to walk. All we will do is guide for you. I volunteered for that, because one is, I found out that we have exclusive content. That's video. I was the only one who recorded that video for those people. Video of those people that got involved in the fire incident when the Balogun Kuku family came to pay homage to the king with their horses. And using horses in that crowd also complicated issues for people. Imagine doing stunts with your horse, you raise it, and somebody is just in front of you 2 meters away. The person would run just for safety, and then that would cause pushing and all of that. So there were quite a number of things that they were not considerate about, especially because Mr. Steez had given them publicity in 2024. They would have considered that many people would come in 2025 and make provision for security, health, safety, and every other thing, but that wasn't in the book. So we just kind of rugged down. In short, we rugged Ojude Oba 2025, rugged down like that.
So totally, I think Ojude Oba Festival was a privilege for the Ijebu people to make money, because from our entrance on Friday, everybody has been making money. Yes, now from the meals. So we went to an eatery, and normally Lagos is more exposed than Ojude Oba. I expected to buy food cheaper, you understand, and it was more expensive, you understand. And why was it expensive? It was because of the festival, which I understand. So they are making money from their meals, and some of them closed shop, so they didn't even come out, you understand. So it was just limited places that we can get meals from. Then we have people inside the premises printing photos, printing papers, printing ID cards and stuff like that behind the setting. And we had a lot of people trying to sell things during the event. But I noticed something. I know that the families that came, or different groups that came to that pavilion, had their own coolers and whatever for themselves, you understand. So for safety, I think they should give it to some other vendors, so that some people will not, so like strangers will not come and purchase something that will cause them damage to their health, you understand. So they should actually have some specified numbers of vendors that will come and sell things that you are very sure of, that these people are selling what is right to people, so that people will not come back and start saying, I can't go there again next time because last time I went there I had diarrhea, you understand. So we should all have they should have a particular vendors they give it to. And again, look at the prices. Don't, because of the fact they are giving you the vendorship rights to sell, you now go and start increasing your price and things, and people are now finding it difficult to purchase. You should also make it very accommodative for people to actually purchase.
We now have network to post at some point. We didn't have network to post. It was crazy. I think the only working service there was Glow. I'm not mistaken. But then we didn't have Glo, we had just MTN, but it was a total shutdown because of like the crowd and the drones and everything. We didn't go online from like more from afternoon time till evening till later premises. We couldn't go online, so it was crazy. But but then we managed to like post a few things online on TikTok and on Instagram, and these things they've done absolutely exceedingly well.
I need to apply this technique called movement technique, which is I move my direction and I look up, double check, okay, this is me, I'm going towards the left and I'm seeing my screen. So that's the only thing I could see or I could use to identify my drone and my drone movement. You know, there is a way that drone will give you this kind of view. It's not like your regular camera view. You give this kind of, everything is just there, beauty. You see the beauty of wherever you want to see. And let me just say this, for Ojude Oba 2025, I actually love the fact that the fact that they combine the color combinations on point for me. I give it to you people. Drone clashing. I'll just think and say, man, this is money. Because we have a lot of drones there. That's for you to be able to identify your drone, like I said the other time, it's like tug of war for you to identify your drone. But I'll sincerely prefer stadium, bigger space for Ojude Oba 2026. Moving forward, I prefer bigger space for drone stunts and all those things, all those kind of, you understand, the movement that we want to do. That place is kind of choke. Not kind of choke, it's very, very choke. Farouk, Mr. Steez man. I feel good, nice one. Thank God that I was up there at that point that Farouk was actually coming in. So I was able to take my own shots, take my beat, though the other people too were trying to like take different kind of shots that I am trying to take, but we're able to use our technique to like take our own thing, and that's it.
Steve's God. Wow. Okay, so seeing him was like, I would say it was a divine encounter, but I was not meant to be where he was at the time I got there. When I saw him, I was like, come on, let me just take this picture. I don't already, let me just snap him, let me just, just post it fast. So I got there and I saw him, and I took like all the angles I could get from, and he was actually very cooperative. He was smiling, he was posing, it was just a vibe, like totally. So it was lovely to see him in person, finally. So it was great, and I'm happy that we had the traction that we do now.
As a Lagosian, somehow, I couldn't party. Why? Because Mr. DJ was going way back. You understand? And if I was actually from the areas like Agege, I would have tried to relate with the DJ, but DJ was not actually. So still the truth is there's no party like a Lagos party. So that slogan is not a joke. You understand? So if you're coming for Lagos and seeing parties like that, that party is a joke. You understand? So, but I think next time they should also try to make the party live, because you're having strangers, you're having tourists coming to witness your nightlife as well. So they should make it very fun for everybody to have fun and stuff like that.
I think there was supposed to be an entrance, an exit point for the horses. It shouldn't be where people were passing through. It should be like there should be a designated place for the dignitaries that were there. We had ministers, we had governors, we had leaders of the monarchs here. So I think there should be a place for them. There should be a place of merchandisers, brands, and all of that can go through. There should be a place for normal. I believe that, in fact, that place is not the right place. Am I moving forward? Because that place is too small, very small, and you know that you need to manage the space. So next time, please, can you people have more entrance and exits? It's to solve all this daydream and nightmares.
I feel like the next year the organizers should do better, because the crowd was too choked and that place was kind of small. So I feel like they should use a bigger, maybe like a stadium or a field or something, and the gates the entrance of the gate was very, very small. And I feel like they can just maybe break the fences and make the entrance more wider for people to enter, because there are like thousands of people coming in.
I think on Saturday, we went to cover a football match between the Ijebu All-Stars and Remo All-Stars. And one of the things that I saw there was that the space in the stadium was very big for us to cover. The only thing that is different there is that it needs renovation, because the chairs are worn out already, so it needs renovation. And so that's just like the renovation that happened in the pavilion as well. So the chairs are all beautified and everything, so they need renovation a little bit. Then security wise, it also needs to be protected, because we have big dignitaries coming in as well, so they have to be protected as well. So they have to build structures that will guide, because the place is actually very big to accommodate that kind of crowd as well.
I was looking at the comment section of some contents that we posted, and I'm finding people say they have a stadium, why can't they use it? This place is too tight. Although if they want to use the stadium, they need to do plenty work. The chairs and other things, they need to change it. But I think that is a better place for them to have Ojude Oba if they want people to attend in 2026, because some persons who lost their phones will find it difficult to come to the next Ojude Oba if they remember what they faced at the time.
I think what they should do next time is actually we should put the media people in a particular space. So we all know that, oh, after getting your entrance and everything, this is where our spots are. That this is where we have to be. After getting them sitting down, then the drone should do their work, because drone can actually move from different place to another place. But we that on gimbals and phone cameras and also on different gadgets we took there should have, a particular spot and know when to come out and go back to your spot, so that you have safety. You understand? Because I was shooting, I had one content creator that was close to me was standing looking for his phone, because I think he lost his phone. That was when my own consciousness had to, like, my God, I have to hold my phone now. Because when you are thinking of creativity, the one thing about creativity is that you are looking at your screen and lots of ideas are coming in for you to shoot. And when you're distracted with phone, you will start losing creativity, because you're thinking two things at the same time. You understand? So I think they need to organize it properly, that if you're not a media person, please don't get close to this place. These are media spots for media people to do their videos and stuff like that.
If they do better here and we get accommodation early and everything is smooth sailing, definitely I would like to be there.
The organizing community or the planning committee, whatever you guys want to call it, whatever they call them, do the needful, plan it well, involve the people you need to involve. Me now work hand in hand. Ẹ̀fọ́ also wọ́pọ̀, àgbájọwọ́pọ̀ la fi ń sọ̀yà. Now they feel me. Yoruba to Yoruba people.
I think we are looking forward to 2026 already, and if it is well organized, or I have a brief that it is going to be fine, I should be in Ojude Oba 2026.